Hey guys, Tarek with Cyclone FPV, and I'm trying to do a real quick video here on how to calibrate your radio, right? Because I had a customer who contacted me and said, hey look, you know, my values in my radio aren't right, between 1,000 and 2,000. I'm trying to get them to work with, sorry, I'm straight in the camera, with BetaFlight and blah, blah, blah. And I went into the CLI to do the RX limits or whatever. The CLI is the command there. And I get it, but you have to understand. So setting the RX limits in the CLI is designed for radios that, like when your radio has no ability to calibrate, for example, and let's just say that, I mean, no matter what you do, the radio's minimum limit is going to be reading at 1150. Okay, so you would use that to say, okay, BetaFlight 1150 is a new 1000 for us, and you're going to do it accordingly, right? So that is a worst case scenario if you don't have a radio that can be calibrated, right? So, but in this case, this customer doesn't. He's got actually a QX7, an excellent radio, and it can be fully calibrated, right? So we're going to go through that. I told him I would do this video really quickly to show him how to do it. So we're going to get started now. And if you guys have a QX7 or an X9D Plus or an X Lite or anything else, the same method is going to be used for all of them, okay? So please pay attention to this, and then do this before you ever go into the CLI and try to change the values with the RXRange, okay? So here we go. Let me do a split screen here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I just pulled a quad. The good thing about this one is I can power the receiver. This is an R9mm, and I can power it from just the USB, so I don't have to have power going on from a battery. And I've got my radio ready to go. I've labeled it as customer, and you can see here we've got RSSI, and we've got excellent signal, so we can get this to work. The other thing I want you to see is here is the BetaFlight page right here, okay? And there's my values right now, and we're not going to worry about these too much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the radio first, okay? So if you have a QX7 or anything else for that matter, you need to follow these instructions to get this calibrated properly from the beginning. And let me move my little picture out of the way, and there we go, okay? All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to set this quad aside, and we're going to go into our radio first, okay? And here's what I want you to pay attention to. First thing I want you to do is when you're in your model, right, I want you to hold down the menu button here. Now, whatever radio you're using, do the same thing, okay? Hold it down till you get to this setup here, right? This is going to be your main menu, right? So now I'm not going to do the hold page down to go backwards. I'm just going to click this as I normally would. So look, we're on page 1 of 7 here on the QX7. Hit page again, hit page again, hit page again, hit page again, hit page again. Oops, sorry, go back one here. So on page 6 of 7 is calibration. Go ahead and hit your enter key. And it's gonna say hit enter to start, press your enter key again, and now set all your sticks to your center mode, right, to center. Now try your best to find the center. On this particular one, I kind of will eyeball it here, and here's the center on both of these. And then you turn your dials to be in the center also, and if you have any other dials on the side, get everything to the center so that on the screen everything is as best as it can be. Now, you can see here, I've got my right here all the way to the center, but it's not showing to be centered. This means it needs to be calibrated. Once they're in the center, press enter. Now, move the sticks all over the place, okay? So take your dials, turn them all the way down, turn them all the way up, turn them all the way down, do it a couple times, right? And then put them in the center as best. Now mine on the right, it kind of clicks in the center. On the left, it doesn't, so I'm just going to eyeball it. And that's pretty much straight up and down. And look, you can see now they're all the same. Now go to your sticks. For this, go all the way left, all the way right, all the way left, all the way right, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. Same with your left stick, all the way left, all the way right, left, right, and up, down, and you can recenter it if you want to, where you think center is, whatever. When you're done, hit enter, and you're done. Everything's finished, okay? So now I've got what I think is a calibrated. Now you don't want to do these too hard right when you're doing it, because you want to do it as you normally be flying. If you hammer this all the way to the top and you keep pushing it, then when you're flying, you're never going to get that. Nobody pushes that hard on something. So just do it like normal, okay? Just dainty. I don't care what you want to call it, but don't go Magilla Gorilla on it and try to break the thing. Just go normal, okay? Once you're done, right, you're going to have your values now. Let me show you what BetaFlight sees. I'm going to try to do a split screen, and it may be, I don't know if it's going to be hard to read that or not, but let's just say that it really doesn't matter what's on, doesn't really matter what the words are as much as what I want you to see is this. You see my roll right there, and then it says the roll is 1498, right? Now, that means I don't want you to watch this here. So if I do this, I want you to watch let me see, where am I? Sorry, let me exit out now. Let me see. Look, as I just touch it, I mean, we're barely off on this, okay? Now watch what happens if I flick this switch. Ready? Okay, you see how it's bouncing between 1500? I mean, it's almost dead center, right? It's almost spot on, okay? That little jolt right there is nothing to worry about, but you can fix it. So here's what we're going to do. The first thing we want to do now is we know that we have our mins and max here, right? Whoops, sorry, let me go back to my picture-in-picture. Okay, so we know we have a min and max value, right? So if we're looking at BetaFlight, oh my God, I'm going to be screwing this up all day long with this picture-in-picture stuff. Nope, don't want my face on there. There. So we know that we have a min and max. So if you look at the BetaFlight screen, I move this, right? You got your minimum, it goes to 987, and your maximum goes to 2011. And I don't know if you can read that, so let me try it this way instead. Let me try a picture-in-picture, right? Here, let's do this. See if this works, okay? So we know, like I said, and let me see, I might be able to make this a little bit bigger so you can see. So, sorry, I'm just trying to see if I can make this work. Let me see, picture-in-picture. Oh, that's too, well, that'll work. I'll put that right there and you'll get an idea here, okay, ready? So let's go that route. That way you can at least kind of see it all, okay? So we know if we go left, all the way it says 987, and right, it says 2011. And pretty much for all of these, by default, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, it's all going to be the same, okay? Throttle, okay? So we need to correct that. And you can see where my resting is right there at 1498, right, still, okay? So here's what we want to do. Pay attention now to what we're going to do here with the radio, because we don't want to mess with BetaFlight. First thing we want to do is we want to get our mins and max set, right, 1000, 2000. We want to get our center set to 1500, okay? So what we're going to do first is we're going to go to our radio, and I'll swap screens now. There we go. We're going to go to our radio, and we're going to press the menu button. So if you're here at the main screen, press your menu button once, and then you see I've got my model here. I'm going to click page, and now I've got my setup page, right? So just keep tapping page. We're on 2 of 12, 3 of 12, 4 of 12, 5 of 12, 6 of 12. Here's where we want to be. Now look at these settings here. It tells you right now that the minimum, look if I move this is throttle, right? So I'm moving my throttle, and it's telling me right now that all the way down it's 988, and all the way up it's 2012. Now if you look at BetaFlight as I'm doing this, BetaFlight sees it as 2011 and 987. But you can look here just to get an idea, all right? So what we want to do is we want to go to first one here, we're going to hit our enter button, and we're going to click edit, okay? And I don't care about the name, but I guess I'll set the name just because I like to keep everything the same. So T, we go to H, and let's just do R, okay? So that's it. So that's my throttle. So on the minimum, our minimum is reading 988, and it needs to read 1000. So go to your minimum and hit enter, and start turning the dial until you see it reach 1000, okay? Now, you're going to still be off a little bit from BetaFlight. Now look at BetaFlight, right? So BetaFlight says our throttle is still only 998. Fine. Just keep turning it until BetaFlight says 1000, right there, okay? So now we've turned it to where BetaFlight says 1000. We're going to hit enter. That puts us at negative 97.7. Now look, that is probably going to be consistent for all of these. So you don't be surprised if you see 97.7 on all of these when you're done. But now we need to go to the maximum. So take your throttle all the way up, and you see how it says 2011 in BetaFlight. Let me show you. See that right there? And what we want to do is we want to make it say 2000, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn our dial now and go to the max, press enter, and we're going to roll it to the left until we see BetaFlight. Now watch BetaFlight till we see BetaFlight say 2000. So if you look at that right there, I've just rolled it to the left, and now BetaFlight says 2000. And if you look at our radio also says 2000. So sometimes they'll be perfect, okay? Once you're done with that, oops, let me do this. Once you're done with that, just go ahead and hit enter. Now, put your stick in the middle position that you think is middle, okay? So in this case, I think the stick for my middle is going to be right about there. And it says I'm at 1494. Because it's throttle and it doesn't bounce back to the middle, I really don't care. But this is good enough for me. So I'm going to leave this one alone. So we're going to exit out now because, like I said, throttle. So here's the deal, right? So when you're using your controller, right, when the sticks bounce and go back to a fixed middle that they have set, you need to adjust it. Your throttle is your own decision. So we don't care. All we know is that here's minimum, here's maximum. Wherever the middle is doesn't matter to me because I'm never trying to fly at a precise middle, right? It doesn't matter. But on the other ones I am because I want my quad to stay level. I don't want it going this way or pitching forward or backward. Those matter. Throttle doesn't matter because you still control those. You never let the stick go at that point. So let's get back to this real quickly. And here we go. So the next thing we want to look at, actually let me do it this way. The next thing we want to look at is, okay, now that we're done with this screen, we're done with the throttle screen. Let's just hit exit and exit. Now we're back to our inputs. Let's go down to number 2, turn your dial to the right, hit enter, and then hit edit. Okay, now let's see what we're affecting. This is roll, okay? So let's go ahead and just rename it roll if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and rename it roll. Let me see. Where's the stupid O here? R-O, and then we'll do rel. There we go. We'll just do one. I'm going to do 3 letters, okay? So now the center does matter, okay? So this is where we come to our sub trim. Now you can see here that it's bouncing back and forth between 1498 and 1500. So what we're going to, that's sub trim. The middle is always going to be your sub trim, okay? So go ahead and just click it and just move it to the right 1, maybe 2, whatever. See how it stopped bouncing now? So let me show you. Again, this is what we're doing. So here's where it was at 0, and you can see it bouncing back and forth, right? And I don't know if it's easier to see it like this or not. So you can see that bouncing between 1498 and 1500. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to turn the sub trim to the right, maybe a couple points, and I'm going to let it go. Now I'm locked in at 1500, right? But I still have a problem. My minimum, my minimum, if you look right there under roll, my minimum is still 987. And again, to see that, if you look here, minimum is 987, and on my radio, my minimum is 988, and again, it's 2012, 2011. So now we're going to go and we're going to hold the minimum down, hold the stick all the way to the left, and we're going to hit our enter key under the minimum option, and we're going to start turning the dial. And watch your controller start going back up. And just keep going. Remember how the other one was 97.7? So watch, you're going to be very close. Okay, there's 97.7. Now, look at 97.8. If you look at 97.8 right here, see how our roll says 998, 99, 90, but if we go to 97.7, our roll is exactly 1,000. So just leave it at 97.7. Set it back to the middle, 1,500. Go all the way to the max, 2011. Take your dial and turn it down to the max, hit your button, start rolling it to the left until you get down to where it says 2000 even on your BetaFlight right there. And you can see on the radio it says 2000, and on BetaFlight it says 2000. Hit enter, let it go, okay? And now you can exit, and now you're onto your, look at that, see, 1000, 2000, and then on your throttle, 2000, 1000. Now it's time to go to our next one here. So we're going to edit, and on this one we are going to be okay, so on this one we're going to be doing our pitch now, okay? So our center for the pitch is at 1500. We literally have nothing to do with sub trim. So let me just go ahead and put pitch on here. H-I, and then we see T. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that, okay? But we still have a min of 987 and a max of 2011. So this is pretty much a no-brainer now. Click min, roll it all the way. Roll it until you get to 97.7. You're probably going to be right on the dot there. So if you hold this down and you see, now you're at 1,000, okay? And if you need to see that a different way, let's try it like this. So I've rolled it down, and now when I go down, it says 1,000, okay? So I'm going to hit enter. Now I'm going to go to my max, and you see if I push this up, it says 2011. So I'm going to go to my max, hit enter, and I'm going to roll it backwards to the left until I get to 2000 in BetaFlight. 97.8, 97.7. It's all the same, doesn't really matter. It's sitting there no matter what. I'm going to hit enter. So now if you look at this, right, so let's do this. Let me see if I can do it this way. It's the same screen. Okay, so look, down 1,000, up 2,000, and in my middle on 1,500. Now we're perfect. This side of the radio is done. Now all we're going to do is go back to do our yaw. So we're going to hit exit and exit. And we're going to go to channel 4. We're going to edit it, and we're just going to call that yaw. So let's go to Y-A-W. Okay. Now look at our sub trim. It says we're at 1498. So let's just go ahead and click that and move it just 1 or 2, and we're at 1,500. Perfect. Now let's go down to our min. Okay, and our min is 987. So let's go to our min and just scroll it down to the right till you get to 97.7, and it should be pretty close. Okay, now when you wrote down, there it is, 1,000. Okay, hit enter. The max is still 2011, so scroll down to max and turn it to the left till you get to 97.7. Okay, and you're at 2,000. Perfect. So now when you're done, hit exit and exit and exit. All done. So what you can see here is by doing that, now you've got your sticks set. Okay, look, your sticks are perfect now. Your min is 1,000, your max is 2,000, your sub trim on all three of the ones that actually find their own center are all 1,500. You are dialed in now to make this work perfect. Okay, here's something else I want to show you though, right? So let's do this real quickly, and let me just show you kind of a little something I want you to pay attention to. First of all, you need to make sure, on your radio, you have got to make sure that all your trims are showing two lines, that they're in the perfect center. If you do any of this, calibrate or do anything else, and your trims are not centered, you're going to be off. So make sure you set your trim centered to begin with. Step 2, go to calibration, do your calibration properly. Step 3, go then and start setting it up in your pages here. And again, you just press page, and I believe you're going to go to page 6, is that right? Page 6, which is going to be your outputs, and you're going to set all this for you. And that's it. Once you do this, you're perfect. Here's something else I want you to know. When you plug in your quad, okay, a question was asked to me. I mean, look at the screen here. Check this out. All right. So look at this real quickly, and look how whoppy jawed this is. Okay. We know that if we click reset Z-axis and we click calibrate accelerometer, we're going to get this thing forward facing and we're going to get it flat, right? But what about when you're out in the field? When you're out in the field and you plug in your battery and you're like, oh, okay, you need to reset your you need to calibrate your accelerometer again. You need to get that flat zero plane, right, to where it's level. Okay. So how do you do it? Here's how. So what you want to do is, let me put this on the screen for you like this. Now check this out. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to turn around, and first of all, I'm going to reset my Z-axis here just because I wanted to know what's front. But do you see how I'm at an angle here? I'm not even centered. It's already pitched, but I want it to believe it's centered, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my sticks. I'm going to take the left stick and go straight left, to the top left corner, and I'm going to hold it there. I'm going to take the right stick and go straight down and hold it for 5 seconds. Now look at my picture. You see how my quad just straightened out? It's the equivalent of hitting calibrate accelerometer, okay? So just to test it again, watch when I put this on an angle. Now let's just assume that I say the quad is now level. We know it's not, but let's just say I think it is. If I hit calibrate accelerometer, it's going to bring it to say that, okay, well, that's level. So now let's say I plug in the battery and I put it back on the ground. Well, now all of a sudden my level's off, right? Well, I don't have a computer to click on, so I say, okay, fine. Before you ever take off, whenever you plug in a battery, it's what I do every time, and I encourage you to do the same thing. Left stick, top left corner, hold it there. Right stick, straight down, 5-second count. Look at everything level out. Boom, let go. You see how my pitch and roll are now 0? They're bouncing a little bit, but they're pretty much at 0, right? Perfect. You now can take off, and your quad knows what level is. All right? So these are the tips that I will tell you to pay attention to. Also, I will tell you, don't do the calibration in the CLI, because if you have a radio like this one or any of the other good radios where you can calibrate the sticks, it could be a FlySky radio, jumper radio, whatever it may be. But in the FrSkys, what you want to do is you want to calibrate, you want to set your trims, make sure they're all centered, calibrate, then do the outputs to coordinate with BetaFlight. If you do it that way, that's going to stick for every model you put from that point on. Just copy that model over, and you don't have to worry about it ever being off again. So if you make one good model with all the settings you want, you're done. Use that as your default model, copy and paste it each time, and just change in the transmitter side, the receiver side, just change the number of the receiver you're binding to, and you're perfect. So set one up perfectly with calibration, and you're good to go. All right, I hope this helps, guys. Again, it was a quick video for a customer of mine. Steven, this is for you, but for anybody else that needs it, man, please use this one. If you have any questions, you can always reach me via the website. All right, there it is on our contact page. Please follow us or like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you need a video made, they're free. All right, I love doing these for you guys to help you out. All right, other than that, God bless, guys. Be safe. Spend time with your family. Make the most of it. You never know how much time you have left, so please fly later. Go spend time with your kids and your family right now. Talk to you soon. Peace.